All right, let's see. Hello, everyone who is on the call. I am so excited to be here with all of you today. And just a second. And so, just to make sure, I see there are a few people on the call right now. Just to make sure that you all can hear me and everything's working properly, can I have some people just comment and just say that they can hear me and see me and everything okay? Perfect. Thanks, Josh. Thanks, Victor. All right, so things are going smoothly. You all can hear me and see me. That is very, very good. I'll give other people just a few more minutes to jump on the call, and then we'll kick things off. All right. Okay, so we will go ahead and get started. So, what I want to do in this call is just answer any questions you all have and allow my colleague Victor to also chime in and answer any questions or concerns you all have. And so, if you could pull out the welcome document that I sent out in an email, in the big googly email to be exact, and it's just the welcome packet for North Carolina Central University. If you could pull that out, that would be super helpful because I'm going to walk through that. But before we walk through that, I just want to do some quick introductions. And so I'll introduce myself, and then my colleague Victor is on the live, but he's not in this room, so he's not here physically with me. So he will write his introduction, and then I will also say it just so everyone can hear it. So I'm Greg Hammonds. I am one of the site leads at the North Carolina Central University Computer Science Summer Institute for HBCUs at Google. I've been at Google almost 4 years now, and I've just navigated around in different teams. I started out in finance, and I recently moved over into student development, which is what my role is in now. I'm super passionate about this work because it is so fulfilling to be able to just pour in to the HBCU community and make sure that we are putting resources there and time and effort so that we uplift all of you students who have so much passion and so much talent, so that you can be prepared to go into the world and conquer. And so whether that be at Google or another tech company, we want to prepare you all to be successful. And that's something that's really near and dear to all of our hearts here, who are working on this program. So that's a little bit about me, a little bit about why I care so much and why I'm doing the work I do. And now I'll let Victor write his introduction, and then I will also read it to you all. So here's what my homie Victor has to say. Hey everyone, I'm Victor. I'm looking forward to meeting you all this summer. I will be co-leading the camp with Greg, and I'm super excited to interact with everyone. I'm from Chicago and have been at Google for 6 years now. My passion is working with Black and brown students like yourselves. You keep me young. I love this program, and please know you can look forward to an amazing summer learning computer science. So as you can tell just from all that, Victor is super excited. Victor is super committed. We just actually came from Alabama A&M, and the experience there was phenomenal. I know some of you had friends that were in that program that you probably talked to. And so you should just really be ready for a summer filled with excitement, a lot of new information and learning, and a big community. That's a big part of this program, is to build community and connect you with students all over the country, so you can have that network. All right. So without further ado, we are going to keep it moving and jump into the document that I said we would review. So the welcome packet. And what I want to do is just go through just like the main points of the program, and also give you a chance to ask questions. So if we look at the program, the packet, the first thing up front is you see that pretty much the structure of the program and how it's going to be run. And so for 3 weeks, you all will be participating in a rigorous curriculum based around computer science, specifically the Python language. And you're going to learn how to code. You're going to focus on different variables and different mechanisms to code super efficiently. And you're going to do some collaboration with each other. And so the way this will happen and look throughout the 3 weeks is we'll start off in week 1 with you all having, sorry, there was some noise outside. In week 1, what you'll do is you'll have your day will kick off with breakfast at 8 a.m. And so you can see in the document, in the packet, we said, please make sure you are ready to go by 7:45. And so we'll have RAs navigating you from the dorms to the cafeteria so that you can have breakfast every morning. And so you'll eat breakfast around 8, and then you'll have around an hour to do that. And then at 9 a.m., you will go into your classes. And so the classes will be split into 2 different rooms. So we'll have a class with 2 instructors, and then another class with 2 instructors. And those classrooms will also have RAs who are also going to be your TAs. And so the RAs and TAs are there to help you in class if you have any additional questions, or if outside of class you want some additional instruction in terms of the projects you're working on, or if something didn't quite stick and you need reiteration of the facts, they can do that for you. And so they will be in the classroom. So from 9 to 12, you'll be in the classrooms. And then at 12 o'clock, you will go to lunch. And then after lunch, at lunch, you'll have about an hour. So then at 1 o'clock, you'll go into a workshop. And so these workshops are what we're infusing into the program, just so that we give people and we give all the students more than just coding curriculum. We want you to also have skills that are necessary for you to be successful as you step into college, and then also as you step into your professional lives after college. And so these type of workshops will be focused on brand management, how to develop your resume, how to understand how to overcome things such as peer pressure or imposter syndrome. We'll also teach you how to present with confidence. So we have lots of different skills that we'll cover in these workshops, just to make sure we're not only building your technical coding skills in the program, but we're also building your relationship skills and your interpersonal skills, so that you're just an overall strong, magnificent human being. So that's what those workshops are going to focus on. And then when you come back from the workshop, and those will last about an hour and a half. So at 1:30, you'll come back to class. And then at 2:30, you'll come back to class, and then you will finish out the rest of the day going through curriculum from 2:30 to around 5:30. And then at like 5:30, we'll take a break and collect some feedback. And then you will have the rest of the time after you've submitted your feedback for the day, which are called snippets. You will then have time to go to dinner around 6. And then, because it'll take some time to navigate to dinner, so the RAs will take you to dinner. And then after dinner, you then have free time to either take part in the activities that the RAs and the TAs have put together, or you can, continue studying, or you can take that time to, just chat with your roommates or your suite mates to get to know each other and build that community. And so the only guideline is to make sure you do obey the curfew, which is on the weekdays up until Friday, up until Thursday is 10 p.m. And then for Friday and Saturday, it is midnight. And then on Sunday, the curfew goes back to 10 p.m. just because you do have to wake up on Monday and be ready to learn. So that's just a lot on just like the way the schedule works. And you see in the welcome packet that if you aren't able to come to class on time, or if for any reason you feel like the rules are a bit too strict in terms of when you need to be in certain places, please let myself or Victor know, because if you are breaking these rules and are not on time and not following the rules, you will be removed from the program, and you'll have to get home on your own expense. And so it's really important that we just want everyone to understand, how much Google is pouring into this program. All of the instructors are all volunteers and just doing this because we really care. And so we want to make sure we're respecting their time and the effort that they put into this. There's absolutely no drugs that can be permitted in the program or on campus at any point. So this means no alcohol, no any type of substances that is not permitted at all. And if we find that, you will immediately be sent home. In terms of any type of like interaction with people in like North Carolina, or if there are other students on campus, we really want you to use this 3 weeks to focus and to just really dig into your curriculum and building community amongst each other. And so please just try not to interact or get involved with things off campus or on campus that is outside of the program that does seem harmful to you. And so this could be, any type of outside parties or events happening that do not follow the guidelines that we listed here in this welcome packet. And so just want you to keep in mind that your safety is our first and foremost concern. And so in order to do that, we just need you all to coincide with all of these guidelines. In terms of representing, Google and the program, a big mantra that we use in our motto here at Google is "Don't be evil." And this is just something that we want you all to keep in mind as you navigate through the 3 weeks of the program, because it's really simple, but it also holds a lot of weight. And when we say don't be evil, we mean a lot of different things. We mean don't do things to intentionally hurt other people's feelings. We mean don't break the rules on purpose. We mean don't do things that might harm your reputation or cause you to feel bad about yourself. And so it just means a lot of things. And I think if you keep it at the top of your mind, it can be very helpful and just eliminating a lot of the risk that could be involved from you doing something that will come back and hurt you in the future. So, just keep that in mind. Don't be evil. We have here that, and also just to kind of take a little step back to the curriculum, I just want to say that first week that I described, that format of like classroom, lunch, workshops, that'll happen pretty much every day for the first 2 weeks. And then in the last week of the program, you'll really focus in on your final projects, which will be presented in the last week. And so it's really important that you attend all of the sessions and get as much time with the material as possible, because it's a fast-paced course and we want to be sure that you get all the information you need to create a very solid, robust final project. So that's that piece. And in terms of what you'll have during the program, so we're going to provide you with laptops. You'll all have your own laptop, and it's really important that you make sure you charge it up when you take it back to your dorm in the evening. So we'll give you these laptops in the beginning, and you'll be able to have them for the entire 3 weeks. Please use these as if they were your own property. Don't be too rough with them. We want you to be successful, which is why we're providing them. And so if you could make sure you also charge them every night before coming to class, because we'll have some outlets in classes, but there won't be enough outlets for everyone to charge at the same exact time. So it'll be great if you could just make sure you charge your laptop the evening before. During classes, some of the guidelines we have there are to make sure you're focused and engaged during class time. Make sure you do not have your cell phone out at all unless the instructors tell you to do so, which they likely won't have too many instances where they need you to take out your cell phone. But this is mainly because even if you are, focused and you feel like you can multitask, if you have out your cellular device, it could be distracting to someone else. And so we just want, there to be as little or as few distractions as possible, just so that everyone is completely engaged and understanding what's going on. And another rule we made up, or we created at Alabama A&M, is that we want you all to, get in a sense of building community and being there for each other. And what that means is that if you see someone, in the classroom who may not be understanding the material, and you may be, 10 steps ahead, we don't want anyone to put anyone down or make anyone feel as if they aren't, smart or intelligent. And so the community-oriented thing to do would be to reach out to that person. If you're ahead, ask them what they need. Ask them if they may need some advice or things like that. And just show yourself as a leader by being able to help versus putting other people down, because that's absolutely not what we want to have in the program. So let's just continue to build that community. And then we also want you all to understand situations. We just ask that you really focus on being your best self, bringing your whole self to situations, but with the understanding that you are representing the entire Google brand and the Computer Science Summer Institute brand, which is really important. And so just, do things that wouldn't be seen in a bad light. And if you ever have any questions around like what this means, or if something might be taken the wrong way, please reach out to myself or Victor. And you can always, before posting anything or saying anything to anyone, just say like, these views are my own, not those of Google or CSSI. And if you're ever like contacted by like any news or stations or outlets, please let Victor or I know immediately, and just say that you cannot follow up with like speaking with them before like talking to us and letting us go through the right protocols for those type of situations. So that's pretty much that. In terms of making sure you're ready for every day, it's really important that you get all of your rest and that you are fully prepared to learn each day. I pretty much went over the substance use. In terms of the facilities, we also want you to treat your dorms and your rooms as if they were your own. The dorm you're going to be staying in is Any Day, and it's a very nice dorm. It's actually where the honor students stay, and so they have like very nice facilities for you all, and we want to like treat it with care and respect at all times. So just like, do that, and make sure If you have any questions around what that means, let us know. If there are any emergencies, I've included the emergency contact information for university safety in the document as well. So you can feel free to reach out to them. Also, please just keep Victor, myself, and the RAs in the loop. And so on site, we will have myself, Victor, and Akayla Wilson, who is one of our site leads as well. And she's going to be making sure you all have nice activities that happen, and also just making sure logistics on the back end are running smoothly. And so just want you to be aware that she will also be heavily involved and impactful in the program. Weapons and violence of any kind are definitely not permitted. And so we will be, removing anyone from the program who takes part in any violence or, has any weapons on site. Yeah, and then also we do want you to definitely remember that this is a safe zone, and what we like to call a brave space. And so anyone who is does any type of bullying or putting down of anyone for any reason, that is absolutely not permitted, because we want you all to be able to bring your whole self to the program and to feel like you are a part of this community, because it was created for all of you. So just want to reiterate that. Yeah, and so you have here our contact information if you need to get in touch with us. I also have at the bottom like a sample schedule, which is sort of what I went over in the beginning. I would also add that we picked every single one of you for a reason, and it's not just because we think we have so much to offer you, but it's because we know you have so much to offer us. And I think I can't reiterate that enough, and just express that you all are the future, and we know that you're going to go to HBCUs and just set the tone and then graduate and even accomplish more. So we're super happy and excited to be working with you all. So I know that was a lot on my end, a lot of talking, but I want to take a step back and just see if there are any questions or comments that you all want to pop into the chat section. So feel free to throw out any questions you all have. All right, I'm flying from Dallas. So how will I get transportation from the airport to campus? Thanks so much, Madeline. So the transportation from from the airport to campus will be coordinated by the campus transportation buses. And so we're going to have them do around 6 pickups from the airport and drop off at campus. And we'll have Victor on site at the airport to be able to make sure people are getting loaded on the proper shuttle, and to make sure they aren't lost within the airport. And then he'll load them onto the shuttle, and then I'll be on campus to pick them up or to direct you on where to get to your dorm. So we already have that schedule mapped out, and we will share the details with you in terms of what to look for in Victor in terms of what shirt he'll have on and what time you will board the shuttle. All right, what type of computer science will we be learning specifically? Something like artificial intelligence or data analysis, anything we should look into before we come? All right, Josh, so we are going to be focused on the specific language is Python, and you're going to have some exposure to both like the front side of the coding as well as like the back side of the coding. So some design as well as some of the like more beneath the surface sort of coding. And so there isn't really a lot that you need to do beforehand, because the curriculum is set up in a way that it will expose you to a good amount of knowledge. And if you have questions about artificial intelligence or anything like that, you can ask the instructors, and they'll be happy to indulge you with conversation around like what to expect. But we really want you all to be able to start fresh when you come. And so if you've done anything in the past around like coding or anything like that, you can feel free to like leverage that information, but you don't need to seek anything new. Victor is adding that it's also important to note that this is a project-based curriculum, so you'll learn core concepts and then be able to apply them using fun, relatable projects. So I think, it's just really important to remember that you'll learn lots of different things, but the way that you'll likely remember them is through applying them in these specific projects that you work on. So it should be a lot of fun. All right, Erica says, on Sundays, is the cafeteria open? Will we have to go off campus to eat? So that's a good question, Erica. So on Saturdays and Sundays, unlike throughout the week, we won't have, because throughout the week you'll have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. On Saturdays and Sundays, you'll have brunch and dinner. And so we will also be able to use the cafeteria during those times. But if you do want to go off campus to eat, as long as you come back within curfew, you will be fine to do so. We just ask that as you travel off campus, you notify both the RAs and us, so Victor and myself, and the RAs. Tell us where you're going, how long you plan to be there, and when you plan to be back. And be very cautious when getting into any ride sharing apps such as Uber or Lyft. Make sure you're checking the license plates and just making sure that the person you're getting in the car with is who you should indeed be riding with. Because like I said earlier, your safety is our first and foremost concern, and we want to make sure that you are safe. All right, so and you're welcome, Madeline. I'm preparing my luggage for the program, and I wanted to know what kind of clothing should I pack from your point of view. All right, so Melissa, Brandon Maria. Okay, so the type of clothing, you should really just have like casual clothing. Like this shirt I'm wearing would be fine. T-shirts, warm clothing, because we're going to be in North Carolina, so it's going to be sort of warm. Make sure you pack things that are comfortable, and just like that really coincide with the weather. You don't need to bring anything too formal. Even though I mentioned you'll have presentations, we'll have everyone in the same swag for that presentation, so no need to buy anything separate for that. And you do also want to make sure that the clothing that you have on that you wear is appropriate also. So if you have certain clothing that you think is more appropriate for a club setting or for going out, but not like work appropriate, we wouldn't recommend wearing that. And so just do it like self-check in terms of being in a professional setting. Google is a very professional setting, but it's also very relaxed in a sense of we're casual, but we also wouldn't wear anything that's too revealing because we still want to be professional. So it's pretty much business casual or just like casual clothing that isn't too revealing. All right. It's not mandatory, but it's encouraged. Oh, okay. So the question that is on the blog, so Victor is answering that one, and he's answering the blog question and saying that the blog is not mandatory, but it is encouraged, and we want to showcase the experience, and part of the experience is you arriving to campus. So not mandatory, but it is a lot of fun, and I would definitely plus 100 that it's a good experience to do if you just want to jump in and try it out. When is the earliest we can arrive on Sunday? So on Sunday, the earliest you can arrive is, if you want to arrive anytime after 9 a.m. For people who are driving in, for people with flights, I understand like it's more constructed because you have to arrive when your flight arrives. But yeah, anytime after 9 a.m. would be fine on Sunday. And we just ask that everyone arrive prior to 5 p.m. Can we bring medicine for health reasons, or is it no drugs at all? So absolutely, if you have medical conditions that require you to have specific prescriptions, that is totally fine. Just please make sure that your parents and you are aware that you're taking these drugs and these prescriptions. And if there's anything that we should know as site leads in terms of like side effects that might happen that might affect or impact how you are behaving in class, or things that might happen that will require us to get you additional medical attention because of these drugs, like any side effects, please let us know, and just make sure we're aware of that. But yes, you are able to bring prescriptions if you need them. Down the street, same question, got it. Okay, are there any other languages programs that we'll be learning in addition to Python? So the curriculum is project-based, and as a part of that, you may be exposed to other languages because the instructors many times pull in outside examples and personal examples. But in terms of what the focus language is that you'll be learning, it is Python. And the program includes processing. Victor just added that. So the program does include processing, but it does not specifically focus on any other languages. These are good questions, everyone. Keep them coming. I want to make sure you get all the information you need. And after this, if you have any other questions, Victor and I are always available for other questions. All right, I see Dorothy says, is there a specific reason that the Python language was chosen for the program? So the reason why Python was chosen, and so I am pretty new into this role, so Victor would have more of, oh yeah, he has the answer here. So he says, Python was chosen because it's a good starter language and easier to build off of, Python or other languages. So it's a nice beginner's language because this is just a 3-week program. I see, will we have a single private dorm room? If not, how are roommates assigned? So you will not have a single room, and roommates are randomly assigned. And so that's how that's going to happen. We just want to make sure that people are mixed up, and so that people in one class will be rooming with people from other classrooms to make sure that the community is really built and people are sharing knowledge and sharing experiences. All right, how many students are in the program? So right now we're aiming at having a total of 50 students. And so that is the benchmark right now. But however, things always can come up. But right now we're aiming at having 50 students. Should we pack school supplies like pencils and notebooks? We will have pencils and notebooks available for you. Do we need to bring a book bag or an extra bag with us for class? Nope, not at all. We will take care of that. I'm in a wheelchair. Will there be lift buses for me to get transportation? Hey, Khalil, absolutely. We are working on this right now, and a lot of it has already been resolved. We've been working with specifically your mother and your dad, and everyone is fully on board. So we're making sure everything is set up and ready to go. Are there vegetarian meal options? Absolutely, yeah. So I many times require vegan options. And so absolutely, Khalil, we got you. Vegan options, and so we will have vegetarian options available for all meals. TJ. Any other questions? And Victor, just anything else you want to chime in with that I can speak over live? I know we just had a lot of learnings from Alabama A&M. We took a lot away from that, and we're going to use it to make this program even better. So just a second. All right. All right. So sorry about that. Ran into some rooming difficulties. Okay, who was the lady in the background? Yeah. Yeah, there was some rooming conflicts with the booking of the room, so I just had to handle that piece. All right. So what happens if we miss a day or run late due to not feeling well? We can work on anything like that on a one-by-one basis. In terms of just like if you need some extra time, if you're not feeling well, we definitely don't want you to push yourself too hard, and so we can work through that absolutely. And make sure you get the required information you need after that. Can we know where we're going for the field trips, or is that a surprise? Absolutely a surprise. We don't want to ruin anything for anyone, so we're going to keep that under wraps. What happens if you got that one? Will we receive any kind of certificate or accreditation at the end of the program? You will receive a certificate at the end of the program. So anyone that would post a controversial opinion while attending the Institute needs to make it clear that this is a view of their own and not shared by those at Google. Yes, Jalan. So yeah, if you were to post anything that is controversial, I would primarily come and talk to Victor and myself before choosing to post anything like that. Just because if it is seen in the wrong light, I just don't want any of the backlash to you or to the program to be extremely, harmful. And so I think before doing anything like that, please just come to us and maybe talk to us about it first, and then we can go from there. But absolutely, if you have any doubt whether you post, make sure you post and just let people know that these are your own views and your own perspective. And so Victor also had to add that please review the expectations in detail. We are here to learn and have a great time. We can accomplish this if we're all on one accord. Also, we can't emphasize enough the safety, right? We really want safety, and so we will ask you to send screenshots of your Uber drivers, for example, so we know where you are and who you are with. We know you are young adults, but we also know your parents are entrusting us with you, and that is a huge matter for us. So we thank you, parents, for entrusting your students with us. And so anything that you post, like I said earlier, are your own views, but yeah, your safety is our number one concern, and so please keep us in the loop and don't do anything that will put yourself in harm's way. What should we wear, pack for the field trips? So for the field trips, you should pack. You wouldn't have to pack anything that like special for the field trips. Anything for any like special trip or outing, we will provide you. So you wouldn't need to pack anything special for that. So after attending the program this summer, will we have the opportunity to come back, or is it just one-time experience? So this is a one-time experience, but we will want you to keep in touch with us and with Google. So please just stay in touch, and we'll tell you and show you exactly how to do that before you leave the program. Is there a time limit to how long the vlog has to be? Um, so the vlog, there is a limit on the amount of on like the gigabytes that you upload, but there isn't a timing limit on how long that it has to be. Whether it be workout facilities, yes, we will have a recreational facilities that you can have access to. And on Monday, we will take a tour of that facility and give you all the option to either opt in or opt out of using the facilities for the entirety of the program. Would there be possible internship if someone wanted to work at Google? We will tell you all about the internship opportunities that exist at Google. And so you can stay tuned for all of that information. But there definitely are opportunities that you will learn all about. We'll have people specifically talk about how to get the internships, how to intern to get how to interview to get those internships, and what those internships typically entail. Will you provide additional information about the below that we need to post? May have missed that portion of the discussion. Mention about the below we need to post. The bio. Okay, so the bio that you need to post, are you referring to in the Slack group? Okay, and hey, Dorothy. So in the Slack group, all you need to post is just you can post the like little meme Android character doing something fun. You can definitely post that, and then you can upload a photo of yourself, which will be super helpful so that we all get to know each other. But you aren't required to post a long bio, so that's not mandatory, but if you want to, feel free to let people know about you, where you're from, and things like that, but it's not mandatory. We just ask that you upload a photo as your profile picture so that we can get familiar with what you look like and your name. And if you want to go ahead and post the Android fun little avatar, that you're able to do that also. And you will do that in the general channel within the Slack group. No problem. Looking forward to seeing all of you soon. We're so excited. This will be phenomenal. What is GitHub? So GitHub is a online program that allows you to share your coding with other people, and it also allows you to collaborate on code together. So you can go to GitHub and create an account and play around with the tool just so you're familiar with it, because in project week, it will become very helpful for you, you collaborating with your peers. The IDE will we use for the program? Victor, do you know what IDE they'll use for the program? Yeah, I'm not sure what exactly the IDE is. Um, could you elaborate, Josh? It may be a term that one of the instructors who are actually the software engineers that teach the course would have more insight on. And if so, I can make sure I follow up with them and get you an answer as soon as possible. Integrated development environment, I think. Okay. Thanks, Isis. Yeah, Victor and I are both unaware of exactly what that is. So we'll forward that question to our instructors, and we'll get you a response. Thanks for the question, though. We really appreciate it. Are the instructors who are teaching the course Google's employees or teachers at the university? So they're all Google employees. Yep. So Google employees who are software engineers. Hey everyone, I'm Michaela. Oh, so yeah, so Michaela is on the call, and she says, Michaela is on the call, and she is one of our volunteers, and I believe she'll be chiming in shortly with her blurb about who she is. Kennedy asked, got that question already? No problem, Kennedy. Any other questions? Okay, so here is Akela's opening message to you all. Hi everyone, I'm Akela. Can't wait to meet with you all soon. I'm currently sitting in Waterloo in one of our Canadian offices. Shout out to Drake, Drizzy in the house. I will be co-leading the camp with Greg, and I'm super excited to interact with everyone. So shout out to Akela, she's phenomenal. I really love the co-lead. So Akela and Victor are my right hand woman and man, and we're gonna make the show happen for all of you. So you have um, a lot of love and support to look forward to because they're great individuals. Olivia Watts says, thank you, no problem, Olivia. Yeah, and specifically, Kayla has been doing a lot to help plan the surprise activities that we have for you all. So just stay tuned because I really think you're going to love what we have in store. We put a lot of thought and effort into it, and it should be great. Will the classes be held on campus or at some other site? So all of the classes will be held in the business building, and they will be held in these two classrooms that you will come into. And the classrooms have projectors and a place for the instructors to stand at the podium and teach. So they will all be held in the business school on campus. All right, will we have access to NCCU's library if we want to find books on Python language? Oh, so this is a good question. This is a great question, and what I'm going to do is confirm if that is the case or not, and then I will follow up with you, Jalan. Yeah, that's a really good question. Where will we check in or go when we arrive on Sunday? So on Sunday, you will go to any day. You'll go straight to that dorm, and we will have people on site to point you into the direction that you should go. No problem. Any other questions? I know we're coming up on time. We have 7 minutes left. So any last minute questions, you can definitely shoot them off, or feel free to follow up with myself, Victor, or Kayla after. All right, well, if no one has any other questions, like I said earlier, we are extremely excited to have you all in this program this summer. How was my day? My day is going well. It's busy. My day is busy. It's always fun. Doing this is exciting because I know we're getting closer to the launch date. But yeah, my day is going good, Jalan. I really hope I'm pronouncing that right too. I hope it's not like Jalan or Jalen. Hope it's Jalan. You can let me know if I got it right. But yeah, my day is going well. I thought I read that we cannot check in luggage. Is that right? Only carry on? No. So if you want to check in luggage at your own expense, you can definitely do that, Dorothy. That's no problem. Thank you so much, Greg and associates, and Victor and Kayla, for all of you are doing for our futures. The dorms co-ed and mother's question. So you're welcome. We are so happy to do this work, and the dorms are co-ed, but we will have all the women on one floor and all the men on another floor. I'm pronouncing it right. Thank you. Cool. Okay. Isis says excited for Lion King to come out. I am excited for that. You know, I think the Queen Bee is gonna do her thing, and I think everyone else will do their thing also. So it should be great. Just warning, have you seen the new Spider-Man? I have not seen the new Spider-Man. Yeah, I haven't had time to check that out. You all are throwing out a lot of movies. Makes me wonder if you all want to see movies. Oh, wait, Kayla has. Yes. It's amazing. So look, you got a movie buff there. Don't spoil anything. Just haven't seen it yet either. All right, so you all love some good movies. That's good. We'll keep that in mind. Anything else? Any burning questions? We're playing. It's gonna be fun. I literally cannot wait to meet all of you. It'll be a phenomenal time. We're gonna work hard. We're gonna play hard, and have a good time. Is there Wi-Fi in the dorms? Definitely. Yep, Wi-Fi will be in the dorms. I'll Google everything else I need to know. Olivia, I like that. You're gonna Google everything else you need to know. You're using a good tool there. Dorothy says Spider-Man movie going to be a field trip. Now I said we can't reveal any of the secrets too soon, so you just gotta wait and see. Let's see. Is that everything? If so, like I said, we are thrilled to have you all this summer. Feel free to reach out to myself, Victor, or Kayla. In the meantime, if you have any other questions, and yeah, just get ready for a lot of information and a lot of new friends and a new environment to learn, grow, and develop and conquer your dreams and to learn how to even believe in yourself even more because we believe in you all. We want you to believe in yourself just as much and to know that you can do anything you put your mind to. All right? So from us here at Nccu, Victor says, thank you for joining the call. Excited to meet you all. Feel free to connect on Slack too. Yes, go ham in the Slack. Drop all of the good comments there. We're excited to see you. Kayla says, can't wait to meet you all so soon. Enjoy the rest of your evenings. All right, everyone. Really excited to meet all you all. To meet you all. And good night. Bye.